Marshall Crook with the Wall Street Journal, my lovely wife Jennifer Krieger, for episode 4 of the new season of Breaking Bad. Sorry about missing last week, but I was crossing America in a car. Yes. Skipped Arizona, though. Or New Mexico. Yeah, it's New Mexico. Okay, I think this was the first episode, and you brought up this point in a previous episode, that I think this is the first episode where I definitively was not rooting for Walt anymore.
Yeah, see, for me, I'd stopped rooting for Walt a while ago. This was the first episode where I started feeling very fearful of him. I think we do have to touch a little bit on last week's, because I think that this just, you saw Walt, was the scene at the end of last week's where he's sort of looming over Skylar or touching her shoulder, that to me really segued nicely.
And he's like making the decisions now.
Making the decisions in terms of their marriage, where he's going to stay there, but just in their relationship, acting as the Lord, the drug lord, the kingpin, what have you, and not just in a business way, in a matrimonial way. And
absolutely.
I think that this was just sort of a continuation of that, and you saw Skylar start to realize it in this episode.
Oh yeah, I think she's crossed the line where obviously the whole I have to wait till you die, before I get out of this marriage type thing, that's, you kind of figure that, but
yeah.
So I think this episode kind of makes me ask, was Walt ever really happy in this marriage to begin with?
Yeah, and I think that, the fact of the matter was he was never. He felt completely emasculated in the earlier seasons, and it's just amazing to see this transformation and to see him sort of embracing this new paradigm, this new reality that he's in.
Yeah, and I think it's, I think when I realized that he was taking advantage, or he's acting out on all of his kind of dark, negative fantasies, or about how he thinks this marriage, this dynamic should be, that it stopped being about, I love my family, I'm caring for my family. It's becoming like the material stuff, like the flashy cars at the beginning. It's becoming about, you're going to throw me a party. It's becoming about, I'm going to, you can't tell me what to do with the kids. It's becoming like that, almost like Godfather 2 level stuff, where this patriarchal ascendance, which I think, given his character beforehand, you almost thought he was better than that, but he's not.
You brought up the Godfather, and I think we do have to touch on the Scarface scene from
last week.
Skylar's face when she's watching. I almost felt like it was just a tad over the top, and to have her watching Scarface with the baby. It just felt like, oh my God. But then there was that. But I think it was so almost like horror movie. Sometimes the show goes into those horror movie realms where Walt Jr. was like, "Join us, Mom." Join us. Welcome.
Yeah,
I know.
join
No. And her. Yeah. That was that. See, now I'm surprised though. So you feel like this is the first time that you really stopped reading? I felt like a while.
No, it's not that I haven't felt conflicted about Walt.
I see.
But I think this is the first time where I'm like, I want someone to get the better of him. No,
that's true. I want Hank to win. I want, Jesse to get it. That's true.
Him to be, taken down a notch. And also, what was interesting, so this episode was his 51st birthday, and the very first episode of this season, he does the 52 with the eggs and with the bacon on his eggs when he's out on the run. So a year has taken place between this episode and the flash forward of the first episode. And Walt is certainly looking disheveled on the run. So it will be very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, no, so now how many episodes do we have left? Because I know they're
4
breaking
more.
this, but they're breaking it into 2
so
there's
only 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more episodes. 4 in 2012, and I guess the next 8 are going to be in 2013.
Okay. So where do we think it's going to go?
Oh, I have no idea.
Do you think it's going to come down to a final showdown between Hank and Walt?
I don't know. I don't think it's going to become like a showdown. I think it's going to be more insidious. It's more softer. I almost imagine Walt and Hank across from each other in an interrogation room, and Walt just laying out all the things that Hank missed, and laying out all the ways that Walt beat Hank. and and got the better of Hank.
Even though he's been arrested, he's been taken.
I don't know if Hank is going to be the guy that gets Walt, but I think Walt's twist of the knife for Hank is he's always going to be able to figure out a way to rub it in with Hank how smarter he is.
Well, okay, so now Saul referred to them as the Three Musketeers, and now there's the fourth. There's Mike, so they're sort of the Fab Four. What of all of them do you think one's going to be a snitch? Do you think one's going to sell the rest of them out? Do you think
no?
Any of them
I think I'm worried that Mike has gone against his better instincts by staying in business with Walt and Jesse, and I think that's going to come back to him.
Yeah, I think that he doesn't trust the operation. I think he just.
I don't know if
like
that means he's going to die, but I think that means I don't think Mike, as much as I love him, I think he's my favorite character of the show. I don't think he's going to win.
I think that something terrible is going to happen to his granddaughter, and Walt's going to be part of it.
I was thinking about that too this week.
I just feel like, at that point, it's like sold. Like Walt is just pure evil, pure evil. The one thing that, and I honestly, or Jesse's lovely girlfriend. I mean, something's going to happen. I mean, it's just going to keep getting worse before it gets better. I think.
So too. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening or watching, and please share, and maybe you can tell us below. Do you think Hank is going to discover Walt, or do you think Walt's going to be caught in some other way?
Do you think Saul's going to narc on all of them?
Yeah, I'd be curious. Maybe, that'd be interesting.
I
Thank you again for watching, and see you next week. I love you, sweetheart.
Love you.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.